Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've been wanting to talk about this for ages, and now that a friend finally got one, we can dive into his experience. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer spent a considerable amount of time searching for the right display before deciding on this particular monitor. Our client uses it as a second screen for their computer and also has a gaming console hooked up to it. While the display is generally quite good, its 1080p resolution can be a bit of a drawback. If you look closely, the pixels are noticeable, and things don't always appear as sharp as they could. However, for this user, the jump from a standard 60Hz to 75Hz was a real game changer. They were very impressed with the noticeable smoothness it added to the experience, which was a first for them. One of the biggest standouts is the included stand. Our reviewer found it to be excellent, really loving the flexibility it offers. Being able to adjust the height, tilt, and even pivot the entire monitor into a vertical portrait mode for specific tasks was a huge plus. There were a couple of disappointments though. The limited number of ports on the back was an issue. With only a single HDMI input available, they had to purchase a separate switcher to easily toggle between their computer and console. Another letdown was the audio situation. The product information seemed to suggest it had speakers, but the unit this client received had neither built-in speakers nor an audio out jack, meaning they had to find a completely different solution for sound. A small quirk our reviewer noticed was that switching to the higher 75Hz refresh rate initially made the colors look a bit washed out. Thankfully, a quick trip into the on-screen menu to tweak the contrast and gamma settings fixed it right up. Speaking of the menu, navigating it was a breeze thanks to a little joystick on the back, a feature they found much more intuitive than the button setups on past monitors. All in all, this monitor seems like a solid choice for someone on a budget who still wants some higher-end features.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer purchased this monitor primarily for their son's virtual school needs and found it to be an excellent choice. Our reviewer reports that the screen itself is top-notch, delivering a very clear, bright, and detailed picture that is perfect for classwork and video calls. The physical design also earned high praise, particularly the stand, which was wonderfully easy to set up. It attaches to the display with a simple latch mechanism, completely eliminating the need for screws or tools. The height adjustment is also smooth and simple, a crucial feature for ensuring proper ergonomics for a growing child. The integrated features were found to be quite capable. This client described the onboard camera as superb, appreciating the large green LED that clearly indicates when it is active. While they use a separate dedicated microphone and couldn't comment on the monitor's built-in one, the speakers were a pleasant surprise. They provided sound that was not only a bit louder than the laptops, but also offered much better definition and clarity. There was a minor hiccup initially where the screen wouldn't turn on, but this was resolved by simply touching a button on the back and has not been an issue since. Initially concerned that the display might not feel like a big enough upgrade from a small laptop screen, this client was happy to find it was more than 50% larger. The size proved to be a perfect fit for an elementary school student, large enough to work on comfortably without being so overwhelmingly big that windows and icons get lost. A final useful touch is the built-in blue light filter for nighttime use. Overall, our reviewer is very glad they purchased this monitor and highly recommends it.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer, like many others, found themselves working from home unexpectedly and quickly realized the value of a multi-monitor setup. What our reviewer missed most wasn't the office camaraderie or the commute, but the convenience of having a second screen. Juggling between grading papers, crafting presentations, and performing data analysis became a frustrating exercise in constant alt-tabbing. Driven to solve this problem, this client decided to purchase this monitor as a complement to their existing 24-inch display. The experience has been overwhelmingly positive. Setup was remarkably straightforward, taking under 10 minutes from unboxing to full operation. Connecting it to their Dell desktop via HDMI was a breeze, and Windows instantly recognized the new display without any driver hassles. While there's a slight difference in color temperature between this monitor and the older one, it's a minor detail that doesn't detract significantly from the overall experience. For someone who primarily uses a monitor for productivity tasks and doesn't require a curved display, this client strongly recommends this product. In fact, if they were starting from scratch, they would seriously consider purchasing 2 of these monitors instead of a single, more expensive curved option. It's a great solution for anyone seeking to expand their workspace and boost their productivity.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.